Hey everybody, today is December 12th and we're going to go with the yearly predictions. So there's a lot of conflicting news out there. I think Realtor.com says that Portland's going to lose home values around 8%, transaction volume down about 24% from this year. So let's jump into it. So let's kind of look at the actual numbers to start, and then I'm going to tell you kind of my opinions. And they're just opinions because, again, no one knows for sure. I mean, it is not the worst real estate market that I've been in. I've been in this business since 1999. But it has been the most volatile real estate market that I have ever been in. And that is because interest rates rose at their fastest level in history. So let's look at the numbers. New listings down for the last month are only down 4% in Portland Metro. Clark County's down 7%. Salem, Eugene, roughly around 3%. But if you look at solds are down 30% in the last month. For the year, they're roughly down about 30%. Clark County down about 28%. Salem not as bad. They're hovering around 14, and then the Medford area, Eugene area, Eastern Oregon, all roughly around 20%. Okay. Oregon was one of 3 states in the nation that did see depreciation. So let's jump into my predictions. Okay, so as far as home values, a lot of the indicators are trying to say, national pundits saying that home values will drop 7 to 8%. I will disagree with that. Now, I will say that I believe Multnomah County is a little bit different than the rest of Oregon. Definitely different in Clark County, in Marion County. I do believe that we will see a flat market, is my prediction. But in Multnomah County, I could see depreciation continuing to happen. So my prediction is, if we factor in Multnomah County, yes, the Portland Metro might see a little bit. I would not predict anything over 2% depreciation. And I think majority of that is going to be in Multnomah County. Okay. Now, if interest rates go up 8.5%, then home values will probably go down because demand will drop off the face. There is pent-up demand. Remember, we have the biggest buying group in history coming into the market that have not purchased yet. And right now, those first-time homebuyer price points are a little challenging because there's not a lot of them. One thing that we are noticing significantly, if we look at inventory levels this time last year, they were at about 3 months, and right now they're roughly around 4 months. Okay, so 4 months of inventory. A year and a half ago, that was 3 weeks of inventory. So, but the one thing that we are noticing, it's properties that have been on the market for quite some time that might not be the cream of the crop of the market, or they have pricing that is just not going to happen. So overpriced inventory. So again, my prediction as far as values go is the Portland Metro, let's just say a slight price depreciation, mostly factored in Multnomah County. In Clark County, I think it's going to be a flat market. The rest of Oregon, maybe not Bend so much, because Bend's average price point's right around $740 right now, $740,000. So we could see a little bit more depreciation there. Okay, as far as transactions go, I'm going definitely different than a lot of the national pundits where they say we're going to be down 25%. I think that's the opposite. I think we'll be up, not tremendously. I think because we're already starting to see it. Okay, for the year, pending sales were down 26%, but in the last 30 days, they're only down 6%. So I think we'll actually see a slight uptick in transactions, because I do believe, from all the indicators, remember, the Fed thought we had to have more unemployment to get inflation down. Now, again, I'm not 100% sure if I believe all those inflation numbers, but it is definitely coming down. So third, fourth quarter, I could see a nice little trend if we get interest rates in those mid 6s to low 6s, where we had a nice third and fourth quarter. First quarter, is probably going to be a little bit rough too. I don't see too much change in interest rates, so that will affect. But transactions, I actually think that will be up from 2023. And then mortgage rates, I'm going to predict. I was wrong last year because I didn't think mortgage rates would be. I think I had it predicted around 6.75. This year, I believe that they'll be somewhere between that 6.5 to low. Basically, stay in the sixes, third, fourth quarter. So those are my predictions. It's an interesting market. I do not see a big crash in the market, whether it's transactions or home values. I just don't see it. But, you know, a lot of indicators has Portland in the top 5 for depreciation. And I think that's Multnomah County because a lot of people are still moving out of that area because we're seeing crime, homelessness, and stuff like that. So that is where I think it will be centered. The number one most appreciating market in the country right now predicted is Austin. One of the things you do have to remember, Austin had some of the most new construction hitting the market, and that's going to continue to go through. So I think that's going to be the simple factor of supply and demand. I know we're at 6 minutes, so hopefully I didn't bore you too much, but those are my predictions. I think values might be slightly down if you factor in Multnomah County. I think transactions will be up, and I believe mortgage rates will be down overall. Until next time, this is Nick Shivers. I'm out.